Hey platform! I'm Sana and today I'm here with Connie, aka
Noodlerella.
And what do you have in your hand?
I have a copy of my book and this is actually the first time I've held one of the finished copies. Did you know that? You gave it to me? You handed it to me. I was
a very special present. Today we're going to chat about the book, basically. I'm going to ask you lots of questions about it. So, first of all, to the people watching at home, can you do a little intro of what the book is about?
Yes, absolutely. So the book is about a princess named Ellie, but she is not your stereotypical princess. She does not enjoy being a princess. She doesn't really fit into any of the stereotypes that a girl has laid upon her. And the lovely Lottie Pumpkin, who I'm very fond of, she is sort of a stereotypical princess. She takes pride in behaving as such, and they end up becoming roommates at the prestigious and slightly magical school, Rosewood Hall. So obviously they decide to swap identities and hijinks ensue, and also a lot of mysteries.
Excellent. So I think what I always found really interesting to know is some of the writing habits that people have. So I'm really curious, did you have a particular spot you really like to write in? Did you write from your bed in your pajamas, or did you have to go to a coffee shop and like be all ready for it?
So I can write anywhere. I've written a lot of this book on the loo. Anytime I have available to write, I will just write. So if that means I'm waking up at 5 a.m. with sudden inspiration, I'll just do it in my bed. I'll take my laptop everywhere with me. So I'll see a coffee shop and think, oh, I could definitely go and do some writing in there.
Did you ever write anything on your phone or like in a notebook?
Yes. So when I was traveling around Japan, before the book was even announced, I think, I couldn't really bring my laptop with me everywhere. So I would just get my phone out and type entire chapters out in my notes, which would have so many errors because when you're typing,
and then you just like copy them over in like a Google Doc or something.
Yeah.
Nice. It's nice to be able to write on the go because then you never lose a moment of inspiration and you don't have to do the J.K. Rowling thing. You like write on a napkin or something.
Down. Yeah. Also, I find retyping it up when you've handwritten it can really jars me. I like to just be able to copy and paste it into the Word doc.
So, how did you go about planning it? Did you do the post-it note thing where you put all the post-it notes up on the wall, or did you just start writing?
I have such a religious planning method. It's a bit scary.
Yeah.
So what I do is I bullet point the entire story.
Okay.
Every single point that needs to happen. And then I separate each of those bullet points into a chapter. So I have a chapter by chapter breakdown. That way I can see what needs foreshadowing for this moment, what I need to go back and change. And then only once that is all completely perfect and 100% happy do I start writing anything.
Oh wow, okay, so fully planned out.
Yeah, also because there's so many like hints to twists you won't even have revealed until
you
about
have to put all the
book 4.
clues in.
Yeah, so I've got to make sure it's all there, perfectly set out.
Nice, that's good planning.
Thank you.
I think I'm slowly losing my tiara.
Oh yeah. Tiaras are very important in my book. Lottie's got a very special tiara from her mother.
Does it look like either of
I was looking, because there's actually a selection of tiaras you can't see right
we
now.
got quite a few.
And I was looking for the one that most reminded me of Lottie's. Lottie's has, you can see, it has a crescent moon on top of it. But this is, I went with gold.
Star.
It's got a star, that's what I thought. I thought night
nice,
sky, that kind of thing.
A lot of the characters in this book have very interesting names. How did you come up with them?
Coming up with names is one of my favourite things to do. So Lottie Pumpkin obviously is a Cinderella reference. The characters that are kind of part of the school, so you have Florence Ivy and Balthazar Conch, those were names that needed to have a meaning behind them.
Right.
But I felt like the students, it was just about what sounded right for them as characters more than anything.
Yeah, you don't want to give away too many clues with the names because sometimes obviously you can figure a little bit out.
Yeah, I don't want like this evil character who you don't know is evil to be called like Evil McEvilson. Like, I'm really sorry, I can't stop touching this book. I'm like really overwhelmed by this. I'm like, I smell it.
I mean, new books, have you actually smelled the inside? Because the new book scent is always amazing.
Oh, it smells awful. No, I'm kidding. It smells really good.
Do you have any particular authors or books or movies or anything that sort of, I can probably guess some of them, that inspired the book?
Absolutely. Oh, wow. How long have you got? That's a big list. So a big inspiration for me was a story, the first book I remember finishing to completion. Finishing to completion, how else would you finish something? Was Jacqueline Wilson's Midnight, and I was really kind of enamored by the magical realism, where it wasn't quite magic, but it just had this sense of being
so not like
otherworldly.
Fantasy, but it's got something special about it.
That's been a huge inspiration for me. Obviously Harry Potter, but also I went to boarding school and we had houses. And
oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that was something I was going to ask.
I was in Lytton, which was the Blue House. And then also there's a lot of kind of Japanese cartoons it's inspired by. I'm sure if anyone's seen Revolutionary Girl Utena, which is about a female prince, that's a big inspiration. I feel like anyone who's read a proof copy is going to be like,
We'll know.
okay.
Yeah. Were there any things like that, like books and movies that you watched when you were younger, like Princess Diaries and things like that, that also inspired you a little bit?
Yeah, Princess Diaries I was a huge fan of, and I'm really hoping I can like sneak in a Genovian pears reference at some point. That's
like
one of my main
special
goals.
fruit.
Yeah.
So you obviously planned out the book in lots of detail. Were there any things you had to take out that you're sad about?
Yeah, I had to kill a lot of my darlings, a lot of my precious. I had to literally kill an entire character, so I really did have to kill my darlings.
We were just going through like delete
Yeah, so
for like
I'm,
that
I'm
one
quite
particular
good
character.
at. I have gotten quite good at it now, so I'll get my notes back from my editors, and it's about learning what isn't working and just accepting that and getting rid of it or improving it. But getting rid of it that's still moving forward. You're still realizing what's not working. Anyone who's read the book, Lottie's mum was originally alive in my very first draft of that book, and we realized it wasn't working. She needed to be a kind of driving force for Lottie, so I had to kill her, which made my mum very upset. I had to say, Mum, you're not based, this is not you, this is a fictional character.
And from the scenes that were left in, what are your absolute favorite ones? The ones you're most excited for people to read?
Okay, there's two scenes, so anyone who's read a proof copy is gonna be like, oh. The entire Maravish ball, that whole bit, and the pool scene, and the hair dyeing scene. Those are my absolute favorite bits. Okay.
But once you've read it, you'll know. So, my final question is, out of all the characters in the book, which one would you like to be stuck in a lift with the most? For whatever reason.
Bina Fey. I would learn so much. That is the best opportunity to just be like, tell me everything you know, Bina. She knows everything.
You think she'd be able to help you get out of the lift as well?
In fact, yeah, we wouldn't even have a problem. She'd just be like, oh, I know how lifts work. I'll just fix it.
So obviously you're still busy writing.
Yes.
Can you tell us anything about book number 2?
Yes, so book number 2, the main driving force behind it is family. So you're going to learn a lot about these other characters at Rosewood Hall. I know a lot of people were very keen to know more about Lola and Mickey, Dolores and Michael Tompkins. I think they will be very happy with book 2. We're also giving away 3 signed copies of the book, which I'm going to go sign in a minute, and Sana will tell you how to win those.
So all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and then leave a comment below. And also, if you leave your Twitter or Instagram handle so we can contact you, that would be great. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for coming to have a chat with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I hope you guys all enjoyed the book.
Yes, I can't wait for you to read it. Undercover Princess, the first of the Rosewood Chronicles series, out 2nd of November.
And you've talked about your book a lot on your own channel as well, so I'll leave some links below if you want to watch some more videos. And that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.